Touch your face at least 23 times an hour, coming into contact with your eyes, nose and mouth, through which you could get infected with the coronavirus, which is why it's important you pay attention to what your hands come into contact with, as you risk picking up the virus. NTV's Olive Burrows tells us what you should be on the lookout for.
When a person infected with COVID-19 coughs, they release the virus through tiny droplets, and a single cough can produce up to 3,000. These droplets, according to a study published in the New England Journal of Medicine, persist in the air for at least 3 hours, which is why you're encouraged to keep a distance of 2 meters between yourself and others to keep from inhaling these droplets. Primarily, this is how the virus spreads. But these droplets not only land on people around the infected person, they land on clothing and surfaces around them. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine tested the viability of the virus on 4 types of material: plastic, stainless steel, copper and cardboard. The virus are viable for 72 hours on plastic, 48 hours on stainless steel. It was much more less stable on copper, and no viable virus was measured after 4 hours. On cardboard, no viable virus was measured after 24 hours. An analysis of 22 studies reveals that the human coronaviruses can persist on inanimate surfaces like metal, glass or plastic for up to 9 days. The coronavirus has been found to persist on metal for up to 5 days, wood for up to 4 days, and on paper between 4 to 5 days, and glass for 4 days. So how can you protect yourself? It's advisable to frequently disinfect frequently touched surfaces, including tables, doorknobs, light switches, countertops, handles, desks, phones, keyboards, toilets, faucets, and sinks. So how do you disinfect these surfaces? You use a bleach solution of approximately 5 tablespoons of bleach per 4 liters of water, and it takes approximately a minute for the virus to die off on contact. On smaller surfaces, you can also use an alcohol solution of at least 70%. And while the coronavirus lasts longest on hard, non-porous surfaces, it can persist on soft surfaces such as clothes and blankets. The CDC therefore advises you to launder them using the warmest appropriate water setting for the items and dry them completely. As it's difficult to control how often the surfaces you come into contact with outside your home are disinfected, the best advice is to wash your hands with soap and water as soon as possible after you come into contact with these surfaces for 20 seconds at the minimum, and taking care to clean all of your hands' surface area. This is also important for the reason that the virus persists in fecal matter.